Coach, if you've been to South Florida in the summer, and I know you have, you're familiar with this. Heavy rain. It's coming down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
15, get that quarterback team on. Get that quarterback team on.
Christian, travel. Shoot.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 4. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, Delta. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Mostert, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
Down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Costello. He goes underneath the Drake. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run with Drake. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
This is Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And take it right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A first-half update now from Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, echo. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Costello. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Mike Simpson.
2nd and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
61, matchbox light.
Mostert. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Costello into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Second and 2. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing again. Costello. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Costello. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Protein spill. Hey, orbit.
Check. Fresno.
Yo, Cheetah.
Hey, Mike's 15.
Smith. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Now Drake. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Costello looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Costello. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Costello, it's complete, Stills. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. On 1st down, Costello. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Costello. He's got Fuller. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
On the set.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, exit.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
53 to Mike. 53. Check.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello. It's complete to Williams. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw. Costello. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards. All told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lamb. And he goes out right around the 39. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. And This is off the left, upright, and through. A trick shot there, but a point is a point. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. They're able to locate Wilson. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
64.
Richard. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I got one.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephen Weatherly able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Alpha.
55, Mike, 55.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On the return is Peterson. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 47 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Come on, D. Slam, slam, slam. No.
They'll run with Samuels. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Big series. We got to step it up.
Running, it's Drake. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Set 18, Gator.
55. Switch.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hey, high 7.
55. Mark 55. Watch the run. Check 55.
Deep grip.
Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. By the way, they're into the 2nd half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one game goes along here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Bravo!
2nd and 11. And he completes it to Wilson. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Set up, 50, plant.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Out.
Hey, Delta.
Down. Stand up in. Hey. 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Ready?
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah. Go, Mike 50.
Now.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Christian, travel.
Back to throw. Costello. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Come on, let's go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Stephen Weatherly. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
80 weapon. Deep grip.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, Charlie!
To throw on second down. Costello with a catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st and 10, Costello. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
218, jump.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And it's 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Go!
Back to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Letting one go deep for the... a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Deuce.
General West.
Now Howard. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Miami, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And